Hi there. If you're watching this on YouTube, or you're wanting to watch any of my content on my channel, or both for that matter, I would strongly recommend hitting the subscribe button and comment and like on any videos if you may wish, because this is a general audience channel. Also, this video is not made for kids, it is for older fans and adults alike. So please sit back and enjoy the video. Eagle. Written and told by July Leonard. Thomas and Edward gave a remarkable effort in helping build the Northwestern Railway, but they weren't suitable for fast services on the main line, so the fat director decided to purchase Henry. However, due to steaming troubles and lack of funding, other engines had to be loaned from other railways. One of them was a mixed-traffic tender engine from Lancashire. The engine's name was Eagle. He was a medium-sized red engine with 2 training wheels in front and 6 driving wheels behind. Compared to most tender engines at the time, he looked very stylish. Eagle was a hard-working mixed-traffic engine who pulled coaches and trucks, and respected by the other engines, for he was a helpful sort of engine and helped the others whenever he could. "Helping others brings the best of you," he would say to any engine who would listen to. One cloudy day, Eagle was preparing to take a stopping passenger train to a station at the other end of the line. He was taking on water while he waited for Thomas, who was the station pilot shunting engine at Vickerstown at the time, to bring his coaches to the platform. When the coaches were in place and the passengers were on board, he trundled out of the siding and coupled up to the train. As soon as the guard blew his whistle, Eagle took the string and set off out of the station, whistling to Thomas as he passed. He was soon running nicely, and was soon out on the open line. "Oh, yes, this is the life," he hummed to himself as he trundled along with the coaches running behind. They reached the other end of the line and began the return journey back to Vickerstown. But then his driver noticed someone on the line right outside the 2-road tunnel. "Slow down, Eagle," he said. "Something seems to be wrong." There was. The guard came up to Eagle's cab. "Henry has stopped inside the tunnel. He's refused to move an inch," he said. "We've already tried pulling and pushing, but it's no good." Maybe we can reason with him," said Eagle's driver. Then he and the fireman clambered down and went with the guard to the other end of the tunnel. Henry stood at the other end, refusing to move and surrounded by a mob of angry passengers and the fat director. Now Henry had stopped in the tunnel during a shower of rain and was rather vain about his lovely green paint and red stripes. He was afraid that the rain would spoil his lovely coat. The 2 drivers, firemen, and guards tried to reason with him. "Look, it has stopped raining," they said. "Yes, but it will begin again soon," said Henry. "And what will become of my green paint and red stripes then?" There was only one option left. Eagle was uncoupled from his train and buffered behind Henry's. "Are you ready, Eagle?" "Push!" called the fat director. Eagle pushed and puffed and puffed and pushed as hard as ever he could. "Come on! Come on! Come on!" he called. "Come on! Come on! Come on!" He was billowing smoke and sparks from his funnel. But still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Finally, Eagle gave up. "No movement at all," he panted. "I'm sorry, sir," he added with a sad sigh. "Well, that does it," said the fat director, fed up with Henry's vanity. "I'm gonna straight this out once and for all," he finished, and strolled over back to the other end of the tunnel. The fat director then spoke to Henry sternly. "We shall leave you here for always and always and always," he told him. They uncoupled the coaches, and Eagle pulled them out of the tunnel. The fat director then ordered Eagle to take his train on. "But, sir," he gasped, "what about my passengers? I can't leave them here." "Edward will take your train," came the blunt reply, and Eagle let it go with that. Once Eagle arrived back at Vicarstown with Henry's train, the passengers stormed out of the coaches looking very cross, and they complained to the fat director and the station master by telling them what a bad railway it was. The following year, after Henry was let out of the tunnel to assist Edward with the express, the Wild Northwester, after Gordon burst his safety valve, he was given a new coat of blue paint. But Eagle, however, was still upset with him. "I hope you learn not being so stubborn," he scolded, much to Henry's sadness. However, Eagle did forgive him a week later. A few weeks after Thomas was relocated to Wellsworth, Eagle was resting in the shed at Titmouth when the fat director came to speak to him. "Eagle, I have just received a letter from the mainland," he told him. "It appears that they want to do a locomotive exchange, meaning that they want to exchange you for a new engine." Eagle was puzzled. "But why me, sir? I don't understand," he said. "They say they are looking for an engine of your experience to help out at the yard near Barron Furnace," the fat director explained. "You've always been a hard worker on this railway, and I'm proud of you. But I believe it's time for you to show others how experienced engines like yourself can be a credit to anyone's railway." "Yes, sir," sighed Eagle unhappily. The following day, Eagle left the island of Sodor behind, and the engine to be exchanged was another acquisition of his class from Lancashire. He was painted black with red lining and a yellow number 5 on his tender, and the same wheels as Eagle. But I'm sure you'll all know who he is, don't you?